You know what blows my mind? The most profound lessons about human connection sometimes come from the most unexpected places, like two kids in Burkina Faso learning to share the burden of a heavy bucket.
That's fascinating. What made this particular moment so meaningful?
Well, these workers had no proper tools, so they were improvising with whatever they could find. But what caught my attention was these two children carrying this massive bucket of debris. When one started struggling with the weight, the other reached across and put his hand on his friend's shoulder. Such a simple gesture, but it perfectly captures what partnership means.
Hmm. And this connects directly to what we're seeing in this ancient text from Amos, doesn't it? Especially that key question about walking together.
Exactly. The text asks, can two walk together unless they are agreed? But here's what's fascinating. In the original Hebrew, it's not even about agreement. The word means met. It's about that initial coming together, that starting point.
So it's more about the foundation of the relationship than just being on the same page.
Right. And this was huge in ancient Israel's history. Think about it. God brought them out of Egypt just to meet with them at Mount Sinai. It wasn't just about rules, it was about establishing this deep partnership. Figures like Abraham, Enoch, and Moses, they're all described as walking with God. It was this beautiful metaphor for a relationship.
Well, that adds a whole new layer to what Amos is saying about Israel being God's chosen people.
Oh man, does it ever? Because Amos drops this truth bomb. Being chosen means being held to a higher standard. And then he uses these incredible metaphors. A lion doesn't roar without prey in sight. A bird doesn't get caught without a trap being set. A trumpet doesn't sound in a city without meaning. Something serious is happening.
Those metaphors seem intentional, like each one builds on the last.
They do. And here's the key thing: God says he does nothing without revealing his plan to his servants, the prophets. Even in judgment, there's this commitment to communication, to partnership. It's like, well, imagine if those kids hadn't coordinated before picking up that bucket, the whole thing would have fallen apart.
You know what's striking about this? How relevant are these ancient principles to modern relationships?
That's because these truths about partnership and mutual support are timeless. Whether it's in our relationships with each other or with the divine, we're not meant to carry our burdens alone. Those kids in Burkina Faso figured out something profound. Sometimes the heaviest loads become manageable when we reach out and support each other.
And it seems like there's something powerful about vulnerability in that equation, too.
Absolutely. When that child reached across to put his hand on his friend's shoulder, he was both offering and accepting help. In our modern world, we often think we have to do everything ourselves, but maybe, just maybe, we need to take a lesson from these kids. They showed us that true partnership isn't just about sharing the load, it's about finding creative ways to support each other, even when resources are limited.
That brings everything full circle, from ancient wisdom to modern day application.
And that's what makes this story so powerful. It reminds us that sometimes the most profound truths come packaged in the simplest moments. Whether we're talking about divine partnerships or human connections, it all comes down to that willingness to meet, to walk together, and to reach out when the load gets heavy.